Support Pro Play Games on Patreon.
What is up, guys? We are live here with Pro Play Games with our second place Tactimon Purple Control. Yeah, Purple got there, guys. Purple normally doesn't get there, especially because of the matchups with Lord Nightmon and Rookie Rush primarily. But we were able to get there and actually crush 2 Rookie Rush decks on the way to our top performance. We didn't do so hot on Friday, unfortunately. We were just bricking left and right. We actually bricked a lot on Sunday as well too, but we were actually able to recover quite well. So I'm going to go over some of the things that helped us succeed where other purple decks probably weren't able to see that same success. If you guys want to go over like the in-depth reasoning behind some of the cards and choices that we used and some like relevant scenarios and how to play out of some of these bricks, definitely consider supporting us on Patreon. There's a lot of great content on there. A lot of it's exclusive to the Patreon tiers, depending on what tier you are, but a lot of it's free too, guys. Patreon is just our wall for content. So there's free content there and then some paywall content. And of course, all proceeds help our team travel, produces content, and do everything that we can to make you a better Digimon player. So thank you guys again for the support. Without further ado, let's get right into the deck. I love purple. I've been trying to make this work for a while, so super happy we were able to see some success with it. So babies, right? We played double. 4 Demi Miramons. Of course, I think every deck is gonna play this. I mean, like, we didn't do anything crazy with the eggs. We didn't reinvent the wheel here. This is just clearly the correct lineup, no matter if you're playing purple this format. I'm pretty sure that's all you're playing. Maybe if you're playing some type of a DK deck, you play the Digimon or something. I think there's an egg that boosts you. But now for the rookies, which there's a lot of options in rookies for purple, and I was really tossing and turning on like which ones we should play, and like there's not really like one that you always want to see. There's some great in like a lot of different scenarios, but I think this is the one that we had the most represented in the deck, Gazimon. It's just it really helps you in those really tough matchups, which is pretty much yellow, because they actually manipulate energy more than almost any other deck. I mean, we manipulate energy too, but purple has just a way to rid any rookies anyways. So, but Gazimon, just extremely powerful. Obviously yellow still has Starmon and Spiral Masquerade, but like they're forced to like hit this card, which is great. Sorry, I'm giving too much insight on these cards. You definitely got to check out the video, guys, if you haven't already, for some more reasonings. But 2 Top Miramon, great number, honestly. It was dead sometimes, so I'm glad that we only had 2. You only really need to recur once sometimes. Labramon, 2 of... I really like this. It's kind of like this card, but you don't have to attack. All right, pretty cool. Cycles you too, so you can get out of bricks. Devimon. I know this lineup looks like, all over the place, but it's definitely like there's reasonings behind each one and why they're so good in certain scenarios. And they do come in clutch. Remember, it's all about purple having options, and remember, you can recur dudes and all that stuff, so like you want to be able to get back the right one in the right scenario. And then Guimon, double Guimon. Okay, so that was our rookie lineup. We did have one more, but we did cut one almost last minute, it seemed like, for something else to hedge against the Rookie Rush matchup, because we were tired of losing the Rookie Rush, and I'm sure almost every purple player out there can feel that same energy. Triple Miramon. Now we're going on to the 4s, right? So we have our 4s, Triple Miramon. This is all probably going to seem pretty basic here. 4 Devimon, of course, you need that. Very cheap blocker. And this is something that I've seen almost no purple deck do. No purple deck. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen anybody jam 4 Valmons next to 4 Devimons. And this is part of the reason we saw a lot of success. Like I said, I'll go over why in the Patreon video, but yeah, that card was just literally MVP almost all day. Level 5s, the one-off Chimeramon that you can get, in pretty nice scenarios sometimes if you're lucky enough. The double Chimeramon, double Skull Miramon, that guy was almost MVP too. I'll go over why as well too. Double Lady Devimon, very nice for cycling, getting out of those bricks. That's probably a mandatory card and almost any purple deck, just because it gets you out of bricks and it sees you the cards. That's really what it's there for. And then the 3 Black Work Ramon. This lineup worked magnificent. There was almost no scenarios where we were missing a 5. So came in super clutch. And of course, what you guys are here for, Tactimon. This was Tactimon Control. This is what I'm calling it because this is a card that pretty much carried the team. I mean, he's got a freaking army behind him. The army was the deck, and then Tactimon was this boy right here, and he was just carrying the team on his back. He's doing so much. I mean, just being able to trigger all 3 or just one of the 3 was even good enough in a lot of scenarios, paired with the Black War Growlmon. That made for triggering this effect times 2. So if he was the only Digimon, he was triggering all 3 twice, which is quite ridiculous, as you can probably imagine. But even by himself, being able to trigger, 2 different effects or double memory was just good. It pays for itself, really, if you think about it. 1 cost mega, essentially. And he's just big. He gets big. He gets very big. He was taking down a lot of big boys, taking down Chaos Mons, taking down a lot of 14Ks, And our backup mega. This was our backup mega. This was when the game would kind of like string out longer than we wanted it to string out. And this Lilith would be able to just like end the game almost immediately. So she's really good, and I think almost every purple deck should have some number of her along with a little bit of a part of an engine, because it's not too much deck space, honestly, and it gives you such a high ceiling, right? It gives you such a high ceiling to be able to actually just like win the game, as opposed to just like running around in circles. So of course with Lilith, his best friend Zort, they are both a match made in heaven. Zort, obviously, like one of the best cards, I think, one of the best Omnimon cards I've interacted with. This card just does almost everything. Double Mega Digimon Fusion, because we want to play Zort for free sometimes. If we see this card. So it's always great to have that option card, especially because when you see it in security, it goes to your hand. Triple Jack's Raid, because people like choking purple a lot, and Jack's Raid definitely helps you get out of those chokes, and very good in security too. It makes, because purple normally doesn't have a very good security. It has a pretty lackluster security. Double Man Tie. This card almost reads like go to 3 all the time, except against Rookie Rush, where this card reads blank. Like you just say, it just says 4, and it doesn't have an effect against Rookie Rush, unless you're lucky enough to get super late game and get an Omnimon out, which to this day I really haven't. I've done it a few times, but it's very rare to be able to resolve Zora against him. Takumi, MVP. One of the MVPs, definitely. I really like the last minute cut. I did a last minute cut of a rookie for this, just to hedge against Rookie Rush a little bit better, and it was very clutch, especially not against Rookie Rush too. It was very good. And then Matt was great at 1. I don't think I would ever play more than 1. You see double this, you feel pretty bad, but seeing 1 lets you play, especially against Rookie Rush too. Both of these were great Rookie Rush counter cards. But yeah, guys, that's the deck. If you guys want to see the more in-depth and reasoning behind each one and why it was relevant, definitely make sure you check out that Patreon. I can't say it enough. Thank you guys so much to everyone who supported us. Really appreciate the love and support. Didn't do so hot on the first event, but did really hot on the last one, which was on Sunday. There was 2 different events at Gen Con. Both of them, I believe, were like sellouts of like 100 plus players. So shout out to everyone that actually came out and supported the tournament. And getting second is like super surreal. So really appreciate everybody that went out there and said hi. And supported the brand, supported what we do, supported our tournaments. Catch us in Origins in 2 weeks. We'll be hosting a Digimon qualifier. Thank you guys again. Till next time, we're out.